We are back now with today's holiday consumer and the push to shop local on this Small Business Saturday.
Yeah, it's a big deal for a lot of small businesses. A lot of those owners of the smaller shops say what happens today and over the next month will impact whether or not they can simply stay open for the next year. NBC senior business correspondent Stephanie Ruhle has more.
At Westside Kids in Manhattan, they're ready for the holidays.
How important is this time of year for you, a small business owner?
Crucial.
This is your Super Bowl.
This is our Super Bowl, absolutely. So, I mean, without a good Christmas, it really affects our entire year.
When we first visited a year ago during the pandemic, business was down more than 60%. Only 2 shoppers were allowed inside at any time. Today, the customers are back, and it's busy. But this year, there are new challenges. Supply chain disruptions driving up costs by as much as 25%.
It looks like my sales are better than they are, but they're really not because my prices are going up so high.
For small businesses like hers, it's been one thing after another for nearly 2 years. From the initial shutdown to restrictions on reopening to vaccinations. Today, over half of small businesses say they struggle to get what they need because of supply chain problems. And it's one reason why more than 2/3 have increased their prices.
If I could sum up our experience through the pandemic, I would use one word, and that's pivot.
LaToya Tusaroni has a home decor business in Atlanta. When COVID hit, she shifted to online sales. Today, she has 2 stores and works with more local suppliers.
We've seen a lot of our local makers step up, and for us to pivot to really carry more of their products so that we have easier access.
Mackenzie Farquay owns Lockwood in New York City. When real estate prices fell during the pandemic, she saw an opportunity and signed a lease for a 6th store.
Obviously, to open a retail location during COVID makes me very optimistic for our future.
While she can't always find everything she wants to sell, like candles and notebooks, finding staff to stock the shelves has been even harder.
I have been a retailer since 2007, and I have never struggled like this to staff my stores.
Despite it all, these small business owners are hopeful this holiday.
This has been very challenging, so it's good to still be standing.
Are you a better businesswoman today than you were 2 years ago?
Oh, amen. Yes.
It does feel like we're getting a little bit back to normal, finally, a year later.
And Stephanie joins us live. Steph, it is so great to see you, and we love seeing all of those women business owners thrive and having survived the pandemic. But I guess the question is now, how do they compete against the big retailers?
Guys, it is so great to see you. Unfortunately, it's always the case for small businesses, that Amazon effect. It's so hard for them to stay afloat while you've got these behemoth retailers. And this year, it's especially hard. When you talk about the supply chain issues, those big box stores, they chartered their own cargo ships. They control the supply chain, and they are so big, they can absorb a lot of the input costs, so they don't necessarily have to raise their prices to you and me, the consumer. But now what these small businesses will tell you, because they're smaller, because they don't need such large supplies, they can be nimble. They often use local vendors, and they offer that personal experience to shoppers. And I can tell you, based on surveys, it is working. Over half of consumers out there have said they plan to shop local, buy small this holiday season. And one positive is, for those of us who are so worried about shipping delays and increased shipping costs when we shop online, if you're buying from a local retailer, you don't have to worry about shipping. You can pick it up right around the corner.
And Steph, of course, we know you like to roll deep when you do your shopping. And as it turns out, during your reporting of this story, you ran into another person, let's just say, who likes to shop local.
Wow.
Indeed, I do. You can file this in stars. They're just like us. Amy Schumer was at Westside Kids doing her normal shopping. And it was funny. We walked in the store and everybody's masked up, so you're not sure. But I thought I heard her voice, and I'm like, I think that's Amy Schumer. And the next thing you know, her 3-year-old son, Gene, comes running in. I mean, it was like out of a commercial. And there he was, right in the middle of our shot. And Amy said, listen, if you pay him his day rate, sure, he's happy to be your movie star.
I love that you had to, slow down the video to, capture. There she was walking through the shot. And she goes.
There she goes. I'm sure she was just excited to see
you. I wish that were the case.
All right.
You know what? Guess what? Amy Schumer, she shops local. She supports small business. There you go. Another reason to love her.
Setting the example. Stephanie Ruhle, so great to see you. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.